give a fuck, you know, and it's beautiful.
That's the most amazing that that music occurred. That's crazy. And then you're right, Lorna doesn't get the credit, but her dead on Don's bass drum, and Don's bass drum is like so precise.
Yeah, they're just so on it. And it's like a perfect record. Like, I used to always sit and play air drums to that record, like constantly. You know, I'd just be like, hitting the cymbals and going like that and stuff. And then Don Bull's fuck my girlfriend, you know. And it's like, fuck, that guy.
So now you don't air drums.
No, I still do. I still do. But tell you the truth, I haven't had a really good Germs listen in a while, and do. I really do. I wish that I had like listened really intensely before I came to do this, because I would no doubt be compelled to probably be a better talker, because it's always a moving thing when I listen to them.
The track you chose, Media Bliss, was there a particular reason?
I think it was just the one in my head, and I just like that song. I love all the songs. I love all the Germs songs, but it was just the one in my head, and it seemed like a good idea. And I think I knew how to play it on the guitar already. That's why.
Your approach was really unique. Was there anything you mind about being too reverent to try and copy it, or?
Well, I think like to try and copy it and emulate what they do would be really silly, because it's absolutely impossible, and it would just pale in comparison. No, I just did it like how I was feeling at the time, you know. And my recording on that record, like, I think it's a really good record. I think all the bands did really great. Mine is like the most lo-fi and poorly recorded one, but and like a lot of it's out of tune and stuff. But I feel good about it. I feel like it's an honest, sincere thing for the song, and I really love the song. And I really like truly love the Germs, so there's no way around me, you know, not putting my heart into playing a Germs song. And I was happy to do that song. I just did it the way I felt it, you know.
And did you hear the Germs before you knew them?
Yeah, I'd heard the Germs. I'm a little too young to have actually seen the Germs, but I was very aware of the L.A. Derby worship concept.
What was Pat like when you met him?
He had big dreadlocks, and was a big old lech who lived in his teeny little box with his birds and his cats and Jenna. And they drank about a gallon of Gallo per day and let me sleep on their floor. Because I'd known Pat. Pat was my first friend.
You met him when you...
I met him, we were punk rock extras. And see, he gave me a Germs burn. And then he was on welfare, and then I got him a job in Nirvana. Nice of me, wasn't it?
What were you extra with him in?
What?
What were you an extra with him?
It was Sidney Poitier directed a movie about breakdancing, and then we did the punk rock Quincy, and he was basically the only floor in LA that I was allowed to sleep on. But it was with a bunch of birds that shit all the time.
So you knew him, was like Twisted
I've known him since I was 14. But you know, I'm 50 now. So.
Was that when he was in Twisted Roots, or?
Yeah, and then he got kicked out. Then he was going to try for PIL, and then he talked to me about like girls playing guitar and how they never do upstrokes. So that's why I do upstrokes a lot now. He also gave me my name. He gave me one of the things, those L-O, you know that weird, from the 60s, those L with the weird O-B-E statue things. And I didn't really have a name, you know, like a punk rock name, you know. So my name is Courtney Michelle, you know, because I have so many stepfathers. And he's like, you should be Courtney Love. And remember Lottie Dahl in the LA Weekly? Like, he got me my first Lottie Dahl when President Gaiman was writing it. And of course, I put it on my fridge, saved it. I was so impressed. Put Pat Smear, Miss Love, with the Dickies and the Chili Peppers at the Star Ballroom. We were in the studio with Kim Gordon and stuff. We just did this one-off take of Forming, and the console blew up. It was weird.
Was there? Did you just think Pat Smear just because to see him at the SST store and you thought he should be doing something?
I heard he was at the SST store. I was living in Seattle, and no, I just, you know, it was one of those moments. You know, it was like Kurt was like, I wanted a guitar player, and you know, we had just heard that Pat had turned down the Chili Peppers, even though it was on like welfare or something, and I just was like, oh my God, Pat! And he goes, Pat! And I was like, Pat! And it was like, just instant. Just instant. You know, Kurt was like, oh my God, and he loved him so much. He was the only person that Kurt was ever in a band with that he actually really liked a lot. Not that he didn't like Dave or Chris.
What was it like recording with Pat?
It's fun. It's normal.
You just sent him front of a guitar and amp and he just plays? And
Yeah. Like anybody, except Eric. Anal. Yeah, Pat taught me about upstrokes and how to do these trills. He was trying out for PIL once. I'm being really impressed because Mina Hagen called the house once. What we do is secret.
The thing that blew me away about the Germs is mainly the music. The guitar playing was really strange. It was, fast punk rock guitar playing, but played like, the guitar player listened to Yes or something. I don't know. And so I was kind of drawn into the music that way. And Don Bold's drumming is really wacky. Bass playing was amazing. So.
Did you ever see the Germs?
No.
So you know the Clash band?
No.
How do you think of Pat's guitar playing compared to like Greg Ginn or
Well, the thing about Pat's guitar playing was he was just like a rhythm guitar player, but his rhythm guitar playing was like lead guitar playing. Unlike, Greg Ginn, which he actually did play leads, I think of Greg Ginn as more of a lead guitar player. But Pat is just like the ultimate rhythm guitar player that just had the best sound on any punk rock record ever. Dobertel brought Pat Smear down to the studio because he was going to play guitar on it, and so that's the first time I met Pat, and we all got along, and then we just went in and listened to a bunch of songs, and then we picked Circle One, and then we just went out and we did it in one take on an 8-track machine, and since we didn't have a bass player there, Courtney played bass, and Pat and I played guitar, and Patty played drums, and then Pat and Courtney kind of screamed over it. And there's a few lyric changes that were kind of funny, but and then ever since then, we kind of bonded over our guitar collecting. I think every band is based on one song, and our band was based on the song Forming. And it was Courtney brought it into rehearsal, and she would just, she knew 3 chords, and it was like the only punk rock song that we could really play.